Hey, this week's Tuesday tip with Katie Crown is going to be so much different. I thought certainly I was going to stick to consulting in different ways where I could share advice about business tips and all that stuff, but I'm so serious. This is hilarious. It's not only a PSA, but it's like a help. So I don't know anybody else. I'm not sure if anybody else, if this is happening to them. I'm sure there is. I've seen a million different advice columns or tips about how not to get scammed or be taken advantage of, especially in like a romance scam. And I thought, I am completely computer savvy, I am tech savvy, but there's probably people who aren't. So let me just share some tips that might help A, save you some time, and B, I don't know, you won't have to turn down marriage proposals from Riley Green. Literally, that's what happened to me this week. So if someone sends you a direct message and they start engaging with you and they want to have a conversation with you, okay, great if you decide to respond. I don't necessarily suggest responding to all direct messages because you will be completely overstimulated and your brain might explode. But if in fact you're going to engage in a conversation with someone, the first thing that I have found to be a very useful tool is whomever is reaching out to me, I go to the little magnifying glass and I type in the name of their profile or their name. And once you hit search, who knows how many will pop up. There have been cases where 20 profiles popped up. The one that has the largest following or the largest number of likes or most engagement is typically the original creator, and then all of the supplemental ones that you see are most likely scam creators after them. So keep an eye out for that. The other thing that I do before, and I mean this is before you get down the line and are frustrated because you've wasted your time and you're just trying to come on TikTok to like make friends and laugh. The next thing to do is to take a screenshot of their profile, okay? So with the screenshot, if you go to Google and type, or actually click on the photograph icon and allow Google to access your gallery, you can actually upload the photograph of the person who is contacting you directly into Google. This is without having to purchase any type of subscription for Identity Me or whatever the case may be. And it'll pull in that person's photograph and any other profiles that they're associated with. And I have found that to be extremely, extremely helpful. So the next and final, I'll only do 3 for now, and this is how I got my Riley Green proposal. I'm sorry. So if you start communicating with someone and they actually appeal to the purpose of your being on TikTok, which is business, right? Now, is it too good to be true? Does Riley Green really need a manager? I'm pretty confident he's covered, but whatever. I decided I was going to engage in this conversation. You just never know. After 43 seconds or a couple messages, every single scammer, romance scam, professional scam, Bitcoin, crypto scam, they all want to go to a different app. It's either Telegram, WhatsApp, Signal, ZNG. Now, here's the thing. I'm not saying that those third-party apps are bad. I'm simply saying that for the purposes of TikTok, if you leave the safety of TikTok and your DMs that are going crazy and then venture off into these third-party apps, God in heaven only knows what could happen over there because they are not traceable. It's not encrypted. Anyhow, if someone continues to perpetuate their identity and you decide that you're going to engage in whatever the conversation is, always be mindful of the 2 tips that I shared, multiple profiles. Secondary to that is being able to do a photo search to see if there are other apps or other platforms that have the same said picture, but you always want to use whichever profile has the highest level of engagement as your the original creator, typically. Not always, but typically. But last but not least, when you decide if you're going to go to Signal or WhatsApp or what have you, again, there is actual businesses that use WhatsApp, and that, I don't know about Signal and Telegram. My kids kind of told me that's for shady people, but whatever. But on WhatsApp, if you decide to venture off into those platforms, just bear in mind that whomever you're talking to, if you ask to see them, or you ask them to call you, and they'll come up with these outlandish like excuses. Oh, I don't have Wi-Fi. How are you texting if you don't have Wi-Fi? There's a little phone icon in WhatsApp, in Signal, in Telegram, in Zangie. If they wanted to talk to you and they were really who they say they were, they would just hit the call button. Do yourself a favor. You hit the call button. But I say all of this just to remind all of us, men, women, children, whomever, be careful. There are folks that are not trying to romance scam you. They're there though. But there's also people who are trying to scam you professionally or take advantage of any services that you might be offering and have nefarious intent. So I would hate for that to be the case for anybody. But in the end, just be wise enough to use the tools that you have accessible that are free, and trust your intuition and your discernment. Like, God gives us discernment. It's like our guiding light. It's an internal warning, and a lot of times when we have it alerted or have it go, we talk ourselves out of it, and that's usually how you talk yourself out of what God is trying to show you through discernment, and you talk yourself into trouble or some circumstances you don't want to be in. But I just wanted to share that with you. I am going to be returning to my regular Katie Crown Tuesday tips that are live. I'm actually in lovely downtown Chicago, my most favorite place to be outside of my hometown, to handle a little bit of pro se litigant specialist business. Today is criminal. So we can pick up wherever you guys want. Like, share, comment, follow, or just reach out to me if you truly have either a business question or you would like for me to cover a topic on a Katie Crown Live. Most importantly, if you are a scammer, catfish, I don't even know, romance, business, whatever the case may be, my hand to God, this is my PSA. I'm going to start invoicing people who waste my very, very valuable time. So enjoy the rest of your day. May it be blessed. I look forward to reconnecting with everybody again. And I hope you get a good laugh. And Riley Green, if you actually receive this, I know we're not getting married. Don't worry. But I had to tell my friends what happened. Have a great day.